Hey, Onion here, continuing my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Online. We are starting 3.5 of Heavensward, Far Edge of Fate. We still have to figure out what's going on with the Griffin and see how Yida's story progresses. Yeah, why don't you get right into it? This is all with text to audio, so we can hear everyone's speech as we're going through the quests. That way we can enjoy the story. Again, for people with dyslexia or bad eyesight, where reading is a problem, like myself, gives us the opportunity to go through the story and actually pick up the content. I never did understand why this part was put into the story here. We just finished making sure the dragons were happy. We took care of the Warriors of Darkness. It would make sense that the story progressed that way, but we have a whole 2 years before we even start to figure out what's going on with the darkness again, as long as based on what I remember. But going through the story now, picking up a lot more than what I thought I knew. So I'm happy that we're able to get through this. Anyways, we're gonna get started. Thanks for joining.
Ah, Onion, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Right, everyone. Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Hee 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 hee. There? All finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Onion. All in good time.
Aha! Found you. Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important.
Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting.
We're here! Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! You're... Help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... You stole her! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Greetings, warrior of light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emeric.
It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamhigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridornia. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations, and inform Sir Handalup that he is to lead in your absence.
Yes, Lord Commander.
Onion, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridornia. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way.
If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives.
We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Onion? You may see a familiar face.
Onion, old girl. How wonderful to see you. And Sarah Merrick, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures?
I will have some old wine brought up from the kitchens at once. If you will excuse.
Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honoroit, we shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will.
Yes, Lord Commander.
Humph. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Garl, to an Imperial.
And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel in the Observatorium.
I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander.
Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? You and me both, old girl. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt. And with a little help from the veterans, and Honoroid's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old girl. Off to Gridania with you.
Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we?
The envoy from Ishgard is arrived. Very good. This way, if you PL, R, and the Lamentson party, as well.
I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sarah Merrick.
Admiral, always a pleasure.
And Onion, I trust you are well? 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort?
Lady Onion, I was glad to hear from Real that the missing scions have now been found.
There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand. Shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded.
Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you.
Sarah Merrick.
Master Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alize, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Onion for serving as our escort before other duties called her away. I also wish to thank our German ally.
Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows.
No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yugili. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture.
I only did my duty, Sir Americ. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side.
And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Signs, my friends. We must return to Ishgard.
Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything?
That is how we adults speak, dear sister.
Humph. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugidi?
Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Popolymo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Balesar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon.
Welcome back, Onion. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change. And if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible.
Alright, I'm going to pause this one here. We have 2 quests left. And, I think everyone knows what's coming up. But if not, we should be figuring out what's going on with the Griffin. Alright, thanks for joining. See you in the next one.